But the other point still stands. What happened to the entirety of NYC that you're bored enough to be watching this? Thought you'd have a whole gang of Columbia nerds to hang out with by now, I text back. The principal shoots me a pointed look from the stage. I aim my cheekiest grin at him, but don't bother trying to hide my phone. What is he going to do, suspend me again in the last 5 minutes of my high school career? Been there, permanent record at that. So, plot twist, I think I'm taking a gap year? Anyway, NYC's hottest club is virtual graduations in Virginia. Keep up with the times. I blink at my phone screen and let out an audible, huh. Last I checked, Tom was all gung-ho on the whole Ivy League scene. Hence the mug I got him off Etsy with the Columbia logo on one side and the words nerd juice on the other. Excuse you, sir? What are you doing with a gap year? And then, to soften the assault of my many punctuation marks, I add, if you're joining the circus and didn't invite me, I'm about to make you dearly regret it. Tom doesn't answer immediately, but this is to be expected. Lately, anytime I ask Tom a personal question, it takes him 3 to 314 times as long to answer. I settle in with my gummy worms and allow myself the indulgence of completely and utterly dissociating through all 5 graduation speeches by reading the latest fantasy novel I've got downloaded on my phone, only to get bodily yanked by Elle when it's finally our row's turn to cross. A lot of things occur to me as I take the steps up to that stage. Largely unhelpful things, like, for instance, I still have no idea how to write out a check, even though the lady at the bank recklessly gave me a whole box of them when I opened my account on my 18th birthday last month. Or that I have never successfully cooked anything that didn't have microwave instructions. Or that I have no idea what I'm planning to do with my life, or what I'm doing beyond this summer, or even a solid enough sense of my own hobbies and interests not to immediately fail even BuzzFeed's most ironclad build a pancake breakfast and we'll tell you your future career quiz. All too soon, Elle is walking ahead of me, beaming her best, I definitely did not sneak sips from my mom's boxed wine smile as she crosses the stage. I feel the outline of my phone in my pocket, take a deep breath, buoyed by a sudden calm. Tom's here. Or as here as Tom can possibly get. It doesn't matter how much time passes. I always feel like the bravest version of myself when I've got him near. The lights are so bright when I cross the rickety stage that I can barely find the camera live streaming the event, but manage to clock it just in time. I take my diploma from our principal, who could maybe do a better job of not looking so happy to see me go, and when he extends his hand for me to shake, I look right at the camera and make a quick series of gestures with one of my hands that ends with me making a trumpet with my fingers against my nose. The student section erupts in laughter. I blow a kiss for good measure, immediately catching sight of my mom with a palm to her forehead, but the camera still diligently held up in the air with the other hand. Tom's already texted before I get back to my row. Congratulations, you absolutely ridiculous person. Alongside it are a jumble of hand gesture emojis that approximate the handshake I just did a short, one-sided version of on stage, the silly one we made up in 5th grade. The smile on my face aches a little, thinking of how far we are from those little ragtag, rowdy kids now. Now, please explain to me what you did to that unsuspecting graduation cap, he adds. I ease back into my seat, taking the cap off and settling it into my lap to look at all the rejection letters, glossy with glitter glue. Tom knows about the rejections, of course. I text him at least once a week with updates and questions about what he's up to, even if half the time it's a bit like talking to a wall. I know he'll get a kick out of my little art project, but before I can take a picture of it, I flip the cap over to look at the inside, feeling like I'm flipping over some tender underside of my heart. There's another piece of paper taped precariously underneath. This one is handwritten, and something only Tom would recognize. The Getaway List, we dubbed it after Tom moved away. It's made up of adventures we never went on, an interactive writing class in Manhattan we wanted to take the summer after freshman year before my mom got promoted and needed me to help.